Welcome back, everybody, to Dungeon of the Mad Mage. And then also some weird dwarves with strange architectural sense, I guess. So you leave the dwarven cave that is a room that is a cave behind you. And the plan now is to head where? Back through the squiggly air elemental tunnel? Mm-hmm. Back through the goblin obelisk. You don't want to investigate the other hallway that was down at the bottom near the secret door that you came in?
Back here.
Yeah, there's one more hallway there. And you can say no. You can just be like, we got to get out of here. We're done with level 1.
Jewel wants to look at it, and she knows that there's like that she's gonna do that thing. She's like, yeah, this way, the door.
Yeah.
She's gonna like go down the hallway instead of across the H.
Yeah.
We've done so much that we must be treasure adjacent by now.
Sure. Yeah, that's definitely possible.
So yeah, she wants to at least look down it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so you're going to head down to that.
Hallway?
Yeah, it's down here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got him.
Okay. I can actually, if y'all just hold on, I can grab you and deposit you there.
That would be great. Thank you.
Okay, stop. Just stop moving for a second. Yeah, I'll get you.
I ain't touched nothing.
I know. It's okay. Let me see if I can drag all three of you here without putting anyone through the wall. Okay. So
As we're walking, Makaria is talking to her new skeleton and being like, I wonder why someone put you in a bed in armor. That seems kind of ridiculous. Maybe you laid yourself down there. Well, you can't answer that question now, can you? And I suppose it doesn't. She's just talking to.
okay, cool. The zombie is glad it has a bag over its head.
No.
I know, the zombie, because now you're all chatty with the skeleton. So there's a door here on your on the north side of the wall, and a door on the east side of the wall as well. This hallway ends with 2 more doors.
Well,
North door first, I think.
This door, actually, as you all approach, this door it hangs slightly ajar. This one on the north, and you can hear beyond it the sound of squeaking rats emanating from within.
Delicious. Jewel's gonna peek in.
Okay. Yeah, you want to open that door?
Can she see the rats?
Are
they rats of unusual size?
They are. So you peek into the room.
That's bigger than I thought.
So you see several things. You see that the room itself seems to be full of giant rats that look like they're scouring the room for food, right? Sniffing and like scrambling around in the room. And then there is an obese giant rat, just like huge.
Oh no!
No, it's a single rat. It's not a bunch of rats together. A huge obese rat, big huge rat belly, just like lying kind of on its back, sitting like a human, on the seat of a crumbling stone throne opposite the door. It is asleep. Yeah, so you can hear that like squeaking and scavenging and what have you.
Jewel like leans over to 8. Do you want to kill some rats?
Yes.
He's a big chungus. It's true.
Why don't we stand in the doorway and yell at them?
Yell at the rats.
Yeah,
so they
right.
don't swarm at us. Hey,
Yeah, okay.
rat friends!
Ready in action. If a rat comes near me, I'll stab it.
Okay.
Hey, squeakers!
Which is probably what I do in real life as well.
Yeah. Wait for it to come out. Okay, so you start yelling. What is the intention of your yelling here? Like, they definitely notice you.
Hey, rats.
She's trying to get them to run towards her.
They go the opposite direction. Like, they run away from you.
We have a French chef here. Anyone want to get right up on it?
Well, if they're running away from her.
So they scatter. Now roll here, I'm gonna roll a save. I'll roll a saving throw for the big fat rat. Okay, so this rat wakes up and you just see like one of its beady black eyes like creak open. And it looks around.
Are you in charge here?
And it like and he sees little arms flail. He falls backwards. He's like, the arms flail, and he like tumbles forward out of the chair and like falls onto the floor, and is like lying on his side trying to like roll back over to get his legs under him.
Are you in charge?
He grunts with some difficulty.
Is there treasure around here?
What are you talking to?
A rat.
Giant rat.
Big rat.
You speak rat?
Make a persuade
I don't know.
check.
A persuade check.
You speak rat? I don't know. Like fast.
Squeak, squeak.
9.
Okay. The rat rights itself, and like stares at you. And as it does, you can hear squeaking from the other parts of the room as the other rats sort of assemble themselves closer to their enormous ratty
Oh shit, it's
overlord.
Rat Voltron.
Flying V.
Rat
Aren't you a cat? Isn't this kind of your thing? Murder them all.
Racist.
rude?
So what are you gonna do?
I'm not going to go into a tactically unsound situation in that room where I'm going to be swarmed by rats. That seems like a terrible
Shoot
idea.
with a ranged weapon. Okay, I'm a longbow. Just like shooting rats in a room.
It's just like shooting. Yeah, that's what it is. 8.
Okay, so you're not making any effort to hide that you're like threatening this giant rat, right?
Oh, I got like a javelin. I was like,
Yeah, you're holding
God,
weapons.
are we just gonna this like a sad existence? Like a completely. Is it happy? Is it really happy?
What does it matter? Either kill it or let's leave.
I don't know.
What's in the other room?
So you turn and you're like, God, whatever. What's in the other room? You turn to leave, and then you hear a voice, and you hear just like, hang on a second. And when you turn and you look, the rat, and I guess there's no point in trying to hide. This rat has no reason to hide what it is. You turn back and you look, and you see that the rat has taken on the shape of a human. It is somewhere between a rat and a person.
Oh, it's a weird rat.
I don't think any of you have seen a were creature before, but you've heard the stories, I'm sure.
I was in love with the were-tiger once.
So you weren't. So
in another life.
this were rat is really good at doing the invisible oranges, so that's cool. This were rat listens to metal. But yeah, so you see he's wearing like a filthy tunic that doesn't fit. There's belt loops, but no belt. He's got this huge hairy belly, little arms and legs, and like bald spots kind of all over him. And he's like,
Mission has taught me anything. He's permanently hasted.
so he's like, all right, wait, hold on now. Where are you going?
Well, you didn't tell me if there was treasure, so we're going to see what's in the other room.
What, you just go walking around from room to room demanding everybody's treasure?
No, I asked. I didn't demand.
No, absolutely yes.
Well, we ain't got any treasure, and even if we did, you couldn't have any, because it's mine.
Okay.
Makaria yells from the hallway, if we wanted it, we'd take it.
Oh,
Jewel backs up.
oh,
and starts
yeah,
walking.
all right, is that it? Come on then, come on. And he like gestures like, come on, let's fight then.
Are you really arguing with a speaking rat right now?
It's
understand.
actually you're the one arguing with it. I was just gonna thanks.
Yeah, and so he's like, oh, big talk for someone who's just a voice around a corner. Come out here and face me.
Jewel opens the other door.
You're just like,
while I close this one.
okay, all right.
you close this one.
Sorry for intruding. Cool.
Wait, seriously, he's going to threaten our lives, and you're just going to allow him to continue to...
I don't think he threatened your life.
The fuck up.
All right, so Rince is like, sorry, wrong room, and you just close the door.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, good.
Close the door.
Yeah, and so you hear him on the other side of the door, like kind of muffled. He's like, right, see, boys, that's how you do it. They come in here talking big, you just show him who's boss. Now who's got some snacks? And yeah, we see just like he disappears behind the door. So you open the door and you see another rat, another enormous rat, and it sees you and it like squeaks and scampers off around the corner and like tries to run away.
She hisses at it. Just
Yeah.
Like,
So you just like let it run off.
yeah.
Okay.
And then she walks through the room and sees what's in there.
All right, so this hallway is littered with statues. Let me find the description of all these statues for you. There are 27 of them. They are no. So cobweb-covered statues of, but not made from, dwarves stand atop 2-foot-high pedestals in alcoves. They appear to be. I think they're probably broken enough that you can't quite make out what like what they were supposed to be or which dwarves these were. But yeah, big stone statues of dwarves.
All dwarves look the same to me.
Looks like she looks at her key and then like looks at these broken statues and sees if she can match any of them up, and then or if any of them have keyholes, and she'll probably try and enlist someone's help.
Yeah, I'm like looking at these dwarves because for some reason I know dwarvish. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
I'll work out a backstory thing eventually.
They're dwarves where you're from. It's fine. Okay, so yeah, so what do you tell me what you're doing?
Investigation. She's looking, or perception. I can reroll his perception. She's looking to see if any of the dwarf statue leftovers look like anything like the little key topper, or if any of them have keyholes.
There's no connection between the two that you can determine, though there are weird markings on the floor up here next to this statue. There are like grooves in the floor.
So
yeah, she'll take a closer look at the grooves.
Secret tunnel.
Yeah. So the grooves look like they would be carved into the stone floor by a heavier object being dragged across it.
Like a statue?
Yeah, like maybe like a statue.
She's gonna like tug on this statue and
okay,
like,
8. You watch Jewel struggle with this statue. Makaria faces into the wall. And
I'm sorry, I keep getting
Jewel, make a strength check. Make an athletics check.
just a strength check. Great.
Yeah, because if you don't have athletics, you are not strong enough to move this statue.
I do have athletics.
Do you? What is it? I mean,
Oh,
the
my
bonus.
athletics is.
It's your athletics like plus 8.
proficiency. It'd be plus 3.
Okay, so you're strong. You got good athletics, but not quite enough, I'm afraid.
Oh, dang it.
But 8, you see, I want this moment. So Jewel is struggling. 8, you see this. What do you do?
Even with a 15.
Yeah, even with a 15. It's a heavy statue.
It's like, it should move. And she points at the ground. She's doing the like cat, like, meow. Just like pawing at it kind of ineffectually.
Mm-hmm.
not to overstep your autonomy, but I believe that I would be more suited for a task like this.
Okay.
I'm happy to assist. Would you like to help?
Please.
All right. So together we will. I was like, no, just with your arm.
Wait,
You
like
have
this?
muscles that go.
Like this? And she's like climbing on it, like
Yeah.
like this? Like, no, right here. Am I helping?
You're just
I'm
voguing while everyone else is trying to move the statue.
Like that. Yes.
Nope. Neither of you can move this statue. You're trying real hard.
Wow. So 8 rolled a 13 with a +8.
Yeah,
I want. She wants to keep trying.
I mean, there's no reason we can't,
it's true.
Okay.
right? Unless it's a thing that becomes impossible.
No, you can keep trying.
All right. 8's definitely the stronger one.
It's just true.
Do it.
I was too busy
Do this.
supervising to.
That's right, doing it
attempt-
like a goblin.
That'll do.
27.
That's probably fine.
All right, 27 is sufficient. Yes.
I hope so. That's a 19 on the die.
Okay. So you move the statue, and as you do, behind it, the secret door is clear and obvious to you.
Secret door.
Want to open it?
Wait, it's just
Yes.
going to lead back to the.
But she just like looks back at it like secret door.
Oh, yes. I'm just.
The secret door leads to a hallway that extends to the west and then turns to the north. And as you come around the corner, you see a frightened-looking woman huddled in the back corner over here.
Does
She
she not have any of her armor on?
she sees the light from 8. She's light from your shield come around the corner, and she blinks hard, and she's like, "Who's there?" And then she looks up and she sees you, Jewel, and she shakes her head and she says, I don't have anything.
How'd you get here?
She points at the wall next to her, and she says, I was fleeing from that terrible whirlwind, and I pushed on the wall and I fell through, and now I'm stuck in here. I couldn't get the door open from the other side, and then
What's
I
she
heard
wearing?
noises and. What's that, Dave?
Not in a creepy way, but what's she wearing?
You walk up to her like ASL. She is wearing like a tattered cloak, leather armor. She has a scabbard, but with no weapon in it. And yeah, like just like stout leather boots and a pair of breeches. She looks like a
but
traveler and
not,
adventurer.
Not like the stuff out there is.
No, she's wearing armor. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just wondered if they were related. Well, the wind is dead. That sounds very strange to say.
I mean,
And we opened another
sailors
door.
say it all the time. And she says, I heard that noise.
whoosh.
You opened a secret door. So I can get out?
Presumably, if you were capable of moving, yes.
Yeah, she stands up. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. And she starts heading towards the door.
One quick question. I do step in front of her, actually.
Okay. Wow, it just got real imposing in this hallway.
No, it's just.
We just step in front of her and just pincer maneuver
Yeah,
this shit.
sorry. Just one question.
Yeah,
first.
so she looks up at you and just kind of like
you
twitches.
put your arm against the wall
Yeah.
and like the anime trope of like she's in front. Anyway, never mind.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah,
she stops and looks up at you. What is it?
Does the name The Fine Fellows mean anything to you?
No? Should it?
I am not sure if I trust you, unfortunately. Random person stuck in a dungeon. Please may I attempt to discern whether or not.
Yeah, you can make an intuition check.
I don't remember Hala saying anything about having women in their party, but it could have been an oversight.
I mean, it's his fellows a gender neutral term.
No, it is not. It is male.
No.
It isn't, but it
Yeah.
gets used like.
I mean,
But
just
they
like guys
also-
does.
They also were fine, and they left someone to die in a pit. So, like,
But I think we've established already that the Fine Fellows refers to their collective. Oh, good. Yeah. You rolled a 1. That's
Do
good.
the fine fellows
So-
make
so what do I think?
Those,
What's my reaction?
I mean, you think
to-
this person is just like somebody who got stuck and like lost down here. Like she's telling you the truth. She looks scared and she's being all like tense because maybe you have a moment of self-reflection where you realize how big and ominous you are.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm sorry. We were just before you went, we were looking into it. No, please, it's sort of safe. There are bandits that dress up as vampires. They're pretty harmless, honestly.
She kind of like nods through that, like I'm not really listening, but she's like, okay, vampires, okay, sure. She's like, I'm gonna go straight back up to the well and get out of here.
Have
Very well.
fun. What's your
Very
name?
well.
She turns and she looks and she says, why?
So if we see you again, I can call you by your name like normal people do.
To be entirely honest, I hope that I never see anything from down here ever again. The two of you included. And then she turns and she sees Makaria and Rin and like the zombies. And she's like, ah! And like makes a startled noise. And she turns back in and she's like, they're with you, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Zombies are with her.
And she like squeezes past the statue and is like, excuse me, pardon me.
Are we just? I don't like instruct my undead creatures to part for her.
Oh, okay.
Are we just allowing this woman to leave?
Yes.
Yeah.
She was trapped.
We-
Why not?
Yeah, no, it seems fine to me. I'm a
Shouldn't
good
we?
judge of character most of the time.
Yeah, you feel pretty good about that.
I'm so sorry, but this level is very dangerous. Shouldn't we escort you?
She shakes her head and she says, I can move quickly and stay hidden if I need to. Plus, it's not so dark in here. And when she says that, you notice that her ears have like a slight point to them.
Right.
And she says, I think we'll all be safer if I just go off on my own.
Oh, is that so? Why are you dangerous?
She squints at you and she's like, no, not to you.
But to others?
If I have to be.
I see, and I look at like pointedly at her empty scabbard.
Yeah. And she just kind of scowls a little. She's like, now, if you'll have your servants get out of my way.
Fine. But if we find your corpse later, don't say I didn't warn you.
And she just kind of looks at you and is like, all right, crazy. Like,
Why are you so extra, Macaria? Jeez.
so she heads off down the hallway.
I don't understand why sometimes you think that everything in this dungeon is violent and other times you let creatures go free. Is it because she's female and attractive?
I didn't say she was attractive. She's like normal looking.
Okay, well, I can't really read what's attractive or not.
It's true.
Actually,
I don't find her attractive.
Macaria, we make those judgments based on, logic and reason and assessing each situation individually. Some things are dangerous and some things are not. Random woman stuck in a trapped corridor like any one of us could if we got separated from our group, not so dangerous. Were-rat that doesn't want to move and that we won't have to fight if we don't go into the room where there's a bunch of rats, not so dangerous.
Yes, well, if it were up to me and if I had more of these creatures, I would kill everything, so.
Yeah, but
That is unsurprising to me, but also stupid and psychotic.
you are correct, Rin. So for now, we're sticking together and you are not murdering everything.
I don't.
Because if you start doing that, that would include us, and then that will not go well.
Second level? Second level.
Yeah, let's go down. I
Okay.
think we've covered this area.
All right. So you're gonna head down there. All right, everybody hold on. I will GM Magic Tornado you, and we'll pick you up and just hang on. I'll pick you up and we'll head down. So there's actually nothing between here and the second level to get in your way. You follow the requisite tunnels. You take that secret back area. You get to the stairs, and I will deposit you on level 2. So come along with me on a magical journey to level 2 of this dungeon. Yeah, it's very exciting. Okay, so let's see. Where is the entrance to level 2? Where are you, level 2 entrance? Here you are. Apologies for anyone who teleports into the stone. I will fix you in just a moment. And and we'll end up over here.
It's just dark.
Yeah, sorry, it takes a second for it to load the. There you go. All right.
Darkness.
Should be able to see
Yeah.
now.
It just takes me a minute to actually find us.
It's okay. The level is big, and I here. Nope.
Yeah.
Rin just put her
Shift
stuff on.
pings, please.
There you go. I shift pinged you. I think I probably loaded the first time too quickly. So there you go.
Thank you.
You are on the stairs leading down into this level.
Right. So Jill kind of looks at the rest of the group. We know there was some room with some murderous monster, and I think there was another hallway off the Goblin Market we never explored, so
There was, yeah, south from the Goblin Market, there is another hall.
I say we go for the hallway that we know doesn't end in something that's gonna murder us, and might end in something else.
Could be a good choice. The not murderous corridor is probably the way to go.
I mean, it's this dungeon. It'll probably be murderous eventually. Like Jill sort of mumbles as she makes her way towards the Goblin Market.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. So the Goblin Market is now not a market anymore. It's just like a big empty hallway. When you reach it, you find that the goblins have basically left it alone. It is still a whole pile of corpses. There are several archways that lead off of the corpse hall, and the one to the south is still closed with a door.
Jill makes her way to the door unless anything stops her.
I also am doing that same thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, happy to follow along.
Okay. So you arrive at that door, and it appears to be. Let me just see. It doesn't look like it gets much use. It doesn't look like the goblins went like in and out of this door very often. Let me clear all my crap from the first level. Here we go. You are in area 1. Yeah, and it looks like it just heads south from here. There's no nothing unusual about this door that you can see on a quick glance.
Yeah, Jewel just goes for it.
Yeah, you're just gonna rip that door open? All right, cool. You do. It opens. There's a hallway. It extends south and then turns to the east.
Does it still smell like
I
goblin?
suppose we're going east then.
Does it smell like It smells less like goblin.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
just-
a long hallway.
So as you walk this hallway, you notice the walls here are unusual. The walls of this hall depict shield dwarves at work. And as you walk, you notice that the dwarves, carved to appear to look like they are rolling and stacking barrels, carving blocks of stone, drinking from stone tankards, and so forth. You notice that at first it seems like a trick of your eye, right? You're like, something's going on. You turn and look and nothing's happening. But as you look away, we see in the background, we see there's movement. We see a carved dwarf lift a keg up onto his shoulder. We see a dwarf strike a wall with a pick. And we see these little movements, and it takes you a moment to kind of catch them doing it. And when you do, I think, Jewel, you turn and look. And you see, you turn and look at the wall, and one of the dwarven carvings just winks at you, and then freezes in place. And I think I actually have a handout to show you for this area.
Highest disgusting dungeon full of dwarfs.
Because they built it originally.
They certainly.
This is weird.
I thought Halaster built it.
He did not. No, it's his dungeon. But like all good dungeons, he's a squatter.
Ren's just like wizards stealing work from other people.
That's not the right one. Here it is, dwarven carvings. So just to give you an idea, obviously this one doesn't move, but
Or does it?
Pointing.
Or
You have
does
to
it?
keep looking at it
just
for
stare
10
at
minutes.
it.
10 minutes. 10
Okay,
minutes.
this is the rest of the show. Just try to catch the dwarves moving.
No.
No,
I'm not seeing anything.
Okay, keep looking. All right, so that's what you see, and it's carved on all of the walls as you move through this.
So like goes
hallway.
up to one of them and touches it.
And touch it. Okay, all right. Feels like stone.
Does it move under her fingers?
It does not. No.
Hey. You
Yes.
speak Dwarven. 8.
Yes, correct.
Are you talking to a wall?
It was moving.
Hey, in Dwarvish. Hey, you, move again,
It does not respond to your demands.
please.
No, still nothing.
There are
Jewel,
more
like, pulls
dangerous
out the
things
key
in
and
this.
is like, "Do you know about this?"
The wall does not respond to you.
Well, you're useless to me.
It appears to be a purely cosmetic effect.
Fine. She'll keep going down the hallway.
Okay. All right.
God,
yeah.
can you imagine, since this, like, if you can permanency small moving illusions as a wizard, it would be like that phase where people first were able to embed animated GIFs on websites.
Yeah.
And then, like, houses would be full of,
Everything.
like,
Oh yeah.
slightly-
Actually, you see a couple of dwarves who are working on something, and it says under construction, and the dwarves are rotating around in circles.
and
Yeah.
it's a dancing baby. Just...
Cool. You've wandered into the GeoCity, which is a big part of
She points out
Halaster's
at the
dungeon.
cursor, like her hand leaves little trail
Yeah,
mark.
yeah. Perfect. Good. This dungeon was built in. Wait, when did Undermountain first get published? So you reach an intersection that goes north, south, west, and east.
Well,
Go
pick one.
south. Based on that.
South.
Left behind.
You go south.
All right.
Okay, sure.
Not turning left, and that upsets me, but I don't have an instinct. this
Okay,
time.
you're not Mal.
Exactly.
Okay.
Where would you like to go?
Yeah, carry on. So down that hallway, and then the hallway turns to the east. Once it reaches the end.
Oh, lovely. It looks like we're going east.
And that eastern hallway goes far, like as far as your dark vision goes. And then there's a some rubble on the floor, and like a gap in the wall on the left.
Jewel go up to that and then kind of
Go and take a look at it. Okay.
Yeah, she's not gonna go too far ahead of anyone. So.
Okay.
While we're going down this hallway, you said that the door looked not very used, right?
Yes, into this area.
Can I like look around and see if I can see like footsteps or that someone else has passed through here?
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Make an investigation check.
Okay, investigation. Not my skeleton. I have a -1.
Okay.
I get a 0.
Yeah, you don't see anything but your own footprints.
Jewel like probably doesn't even really stop to check with the other one. She's like, this way, just points, and then starts going down the small little corridor thing.
Okay. Yeah. So this is a rough-hewn
Way more
corridor.
exciting to her.
It goes north for several feet. How long is this corridor? Like 50 feet? No, 35 feet, give or take. And then it opens up into another dwarven constructed hallway that runs west with an opening on the south and then another southern turn. Now this area looks like it was under construction or something like it. So as you approach, this area is lined with crumbling stone tables and shelves upon which rest dwarven tools. So tongs, hammers, chisels, and other tools. What they were working on, you cannot tell.
She just sort of keeps going all the way around.
Sure.
Okay, sure.
Like, well, we found a hallway within a hallway.
The area that Makaria you come into looks like a tool storage room of some kind.
It's
I
not an
instruct
entire
my
dungeon.
zombie and skeleton to wait outside.
Sorry, what was that, Elf?
Is not an entire dungeon a hallway within a hallway.
It is. It's several hallways connected to other hallways.
Sometimes it's rooms.
So this is an empty room. Well, not empty, but it's got a bunch of dwarven tools. Jewel and 8, as you come around that corner at the end of the hall, you spot what looks like and you've seen these before, a gate or an arch, right? Set into the wall at the back. This one has the image of a dead tree carved into its keystone.
The last time we saw one of these was Halaster, right?
Oh
no, was that the thing we couldn't figure out?
There was another one with like somebody
It
like
was
with a
a mirror.
wand or something.
Yeah, it was like a wizard pointing a wand.
Oh, like this area is the
And it was definitely
Apprentice
magical.
built it.
I detected magic and
Yeah, we never figured
this
it out.
area is the dead tree area.
There's a dead tree in the keystone of this arch, and then there's nothing in the arch. There's just a wall.
Well, like correct.
What's
Tree.
that?
Is it a dead tree?
It's just dead, like a wizened tree with no leaves. Yeah.
Maybe if you
Oh, yeah,
water
of
the
course,
tree, it will grow and open the portal. I don't
That
know.
makes as much sense as any other.
It's true. Like I laughed,
He's
but it's not like
insane.
that's a stupid like it's not a stupid thing to say because this whole dungeon is made on rules that are ridiculous. So
Yeah, Jewel like goes up to it and touches it and taps at it and like looks around it.
Yep.
Kind of like gives this like it's magic probably shrug.
yeah,
We
doesn't
need
seem to have any kind of mechanical effect.
We need to bring a wizard with us to this place. Only wizards can understand other wizards.
Oh, excuse you. I go and I take a peek at the thing.
Okay.
That's how you make Makaria do things.
I'm talking out loud. Would you like to help me try and like I don't know? No, I can
will assist you.
just detect magic. I have detect magic.
Oh, or that.
You want to
You
cast
can tell
detect
it's
magic?
magic, but you wouldn't be able to work out how it works.
Right. So Arcana would be better to, because I'm assuming it's magic since we've seen it before and I detected magic. Well, we've seen a similar thing before.
Yeah.
I detected magic on it and it was magical, but so I guess an Arcana check would be better.
Sure.
And Rin, you're talking about it with me, so that would be
Yeah, I
help.
can help you.
This is a great use of my roll. I got a 14, which isn't a 0.
Between the two of you, yeah, I mean it's almost certainly some kind of magical door or gateway. They often require a unique key, though some may have like master keys that open all of them if they're created by the same person.
Well, there's either an actual object that opens this or some kind of fucking riddle.
Have you tried
Or-
the key yet?
She'll
We have
pulls
one
out
key.
this key again. She's like,
There's
"I-
definitely no keyhole, so
it's gonna work.
I
Adam,
just
we have an inventory in this adventure game.
I know.
We
Use
have a
key on door.
Key on-
She uses key on door.
Okay, we just rub it on the. Just,
Yep.
Okay, it doesn't work. It doesn't do anything.
just because it's a withered tree, maybe it just needs to be watered. I take the water skin and just like it's at the top. It's at the.
It's 10 feet up.
Hmm.
It's at the
Throw
arch.
it.
Can I like fling some
Yeah,
water?
just like squeeze the. Okay, cool. The wall is now wet.
Okay, well that's
Like a
Sadly
little.
not.
that was the only suggestion that I had. It's useless. We can continue on.
I
There's gotta be
assume
no-
that either Halaster or one of his apprentices will have the key to this somewhere.
That seems
Oh.
possible.
That man.
Well, we ran into
The
one
man
of his apprentices that froze us, and another one who was a floating head.
That's true. I forgot about the drunk wizard you sent back to drunk wizard dimension.
And neither one of them had any kind of key.
When you mentioned him, we just cut back to like him in a room full of Halasters just having a drink, and they're all just like Halaster, 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 and he's just like getting wasted. This weird dimension. Poor guy.
Well, we never finished dealing with him, so maybe one of them still has a key.
It's like my one day I'll go back and I'll uncover every hex in.
It's like, you know what? I want to go to Chult. We're getting out of here.
One day we'll come back and kill the apprentices for calling me.
They're
weird.
optional bosses anyway.
I don't think that. I mean,
Maybe it's not finished. There are plenty of other tools that would suggest undergoing construction here.
there's
I agree with that.
more directions to explore.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Yeah. So you can go east. You can continue east from here, or go back west and then north to the intersection.
If Jules leading, she'd probably instinctually go east because she wouldn't.
There's
leave-
more hallway.
Yeah, because there's more hallway. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah. So get everybody back into that intersection, and then we'll carry on down the hall.
Oops.
Just launch yourself into a wall. There you go. I got you.
It's fine.
Everybody's in the walls. It's okay.
I'm-
There you go.
I'm not in the walls this time.
Did
Me
Okay.
neither.
All right. So you reach the corner, and as with the east-west hallway, this one goes south and goes south literally as far as you can see, out into darkness.
I don't love not being able to see anything ahead of us, but that's what you two are for. And I have them continue going in front of me down the hallway.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
And,
They shamble along.
oh, good. There's like a ziggity zaggity one.
At the end of this hallway, it turns back west, and then there's also a southern archway.
Okay.
This whole dungeon's just going south. Yeah, that's true.
Well, should we?
So you have two choices: onward to the west and then south, or south now.
Well, we should figure out what's this way before we continue on. Don't want anything.
It looks
to
like they go to the same place anyway, so who
Oh, does it?
cares?
I mean, maybe they
I
both go south.
Yeah.
Is there a thing or a plank? What?
Let's do the first one first.
That's my suggestion is first one first.
Okay, yeah, head that way.
Mhm.
Oh, I see it.
So
It-
many
it looked like
long
there-
corridors.
So then this one, goes south, goes west, and then goes south again. And Rin, as per your guess, once you get around this corner, you'll see this one continues south past where the other one turned west. So you have a little room. So this opens up into a room ahead of you as you push on into this room. Now the room, this room, and actually I think you can hear as you're coming down the hall, and I'll let you, before you fully come into the room, everybody move back in the hall, because you can hear some talking. So let's see here. You hear fighting coming from around the corner. So you hear the wet thumping sounds of, this isn't like fighting like with weapons. This is fist fighting. This is punching. This is that thwack like Fight Club sound coming from around the corner. There's also shouting and cheering, and you hear that as you come around the corner, or as you get close to the corner.
Is it a fight club?
I mean, I don't know. You can't really see. You can go peer around the corner.
Why don't I sneak ahead?
Yeah, good call.
Probably for the best.
I'll fist fight these nerds.
28.
Nice. Okay.
Jewel will sneak around the corner into the darkness to see what is ahead.
All right. Give me 1/2 second. I just need to check something really quick, because there's like a weird effect going on somewhere around here. I gotta check if it's in this area or not. Let's see.
She's pause right here.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So you begin sneaking across the room to investigate the sounds of potentially a fight club.
Yeah, so I think she'll kind of go up to this corner and then like look around it.
Okay. All right. So you see, I think I have maybe do I have a handout for this person? She seems cool. Let's take a look. So you see fighting. So there's on the ground of this other room, there is a painted circle, maybe of blood, maybe of paint, who knows? It is a painted circle with spokes coming out of the edge, equidistant all the way around. You've seen this is a very familiar symbol. It is the symbol of the Xanathar Guild. In it, there is there's a woman who is currently fighting not only a shirtless, tattooed, bald human, but also a bugbear, and she's fighting both of them at the same time. And she's doing so with no small amount of glee. So she's just like shouting and laughing and like punches this guy in the face and like headbutts the other dude. And there's a big old fight going on here. And let me see if I can find a picture of her or someone like her enough that I can show her to you. Let's see. Named NPCs, doesn't look like it. No, I'll just show you her token. So she's big angry lady.
Sick.
Big angry lady with an axe. She doesn't have her axe in her hand right now, but she's just like, "Rah!" And like one guy runs at her and she punches him, throws him on the ground and like steps on him, and then elbows the other guy in the ear as he comes running over. And she's like fighting a bugbear and this other guy, and everyone else around is like clapping and like shouting and like yelling at what's going on. And because of all that, they definitely do not notice you, Jewel.
Jewel will like watch for a little while. Does it seem like for like a moment? Does it seem like this is an intentional fight?
Make an insight check.
Yeah, like this is this someone? That's investigation. Like 18.
What would you like to know about the?
Basically, like. Is this a Fight Club sort of scenario? Like, are these people doing it for fun, or does she look like
she appears to be teaching them a lesson? This appears to be instructive.
Does she have any like Xanathar symbol or anything on her?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's probably got like a brand of the Xanathar's Guild like on her face or something. Like she's not.
We're not friends with the Xanathar's Guild.
No.
Not.
So she throws one of the bugbears to the ground and she points at one of the humans and is like, "You, come on!" And he like crouches down and like runs at her and like slams into her like a sumo and like tries to push her back. And she gets almost to the edge. We see one of her sandals like slide to the line, and then she flips the guy over on his back and jumps on top of him, punching him. It's like punch.
Okay, I think at this point, like knowing that they're Xanathars, and we don't get along with them.
Mhm.
But she does see a door, and she
Yeah.
wants to go further in this direction. She's gonna like sneak back to the group and give them an account of how many. She'll probably, as long as they seem super distracted, she's gonna try and get like a slightly better look into the room, in order to just get a count of how many there are.
Okay. I mean, yeah, you can see what you see, right?
Okay, cool. So she sort of like kites across. So 1, 2, 3 is like 5 bugbears, 4 humans, and her.
Yeah, more or less.
That's what I saw. So she goes back to the group. She's like, okay, this is what I saw. There is some Xanathar. Xanathar.
Xanathar.
the eyeball ones. They're fighting each other, but like a practice. So they're not murdering each other. They're trying to learn. There's a doorway in this room. I don't think you'll be able to get to it without them catching us.
Well, if they're trying to learn how to fight, perhaps we should give them a battle with higher stakes, right, 8?
That's what I was going to ask if you wanted to do.
It makes sense to me.
Sure, why not? Xanathar's Guild. Doesn't matter.
Great.
I'm not great at the whole
sneak
sneaking
up to one
thing.
of them and stab them.
Okay,
hopefully.
there's no way you can walk out into the room without
that's
them
true.
all seeing you. Yeah,
Uh,
like you can be hidden out here, but
Could
like once you
fire
go
a
in there,
bow
they'll
from here.
definitely see you.
I will. She might start with her bow. So I saw like 4 humans, 5 humans. One of them extra special human.
Yeah.
Because she had her own token and everything.
That's right.
And then about like 5 bugbears.
Well, we've
Which
taken
they
on
all
like
have
30 goblins. I
right.
think we'll be fine.
Right, bugbears tend to be the thing that the brain guys jump out of.
Yeah. So just be careful.
Okay.
How do we want to approach this?
That's a great question.
Aggressively?
Okay.
I could throw magic in there. Send my
Could
zone.
throw magic. Yeah, it's true.
I could send these fellows and I clap them on the back in ahead of.
Well, since in this world there is no such thing as an effect which targets multiple creatures at once,
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
can-
it
You
is.
can only hurt one
It
thing
is
at a time.
impossible to harm more than one thing at a time.
let's
Okay, well
just-
then let's
Oh.
fucking.
If I were to gain, say, 2,282 more XP, then perhaps we would be able to think in terms of the abstract formula of hitting more than
That's
one.
right. The theoretical concept,
Well,
and it
I
is
feel like
just like relativity
This
and
work will
evolution
get us
and
closer to
I don't know,
that.
climate change, AOE's. They're just—it's part of the liberal
It's a
agenda.
myth. It's a myth.
It's a myth. It's just a theory. It's not real science. The Earth is flat, and you can only kill one person at a time, ever, no matter what.
One at a time.
You know, I heard that a plane crashed just outside of Waterdeep. You know how many people died in the horrible plane crash? 1.
One.
Terrible earthquake struck the Moonshay Islands. 1 fatality. It was
I
awful.
mean,
All right. Well, I'm going to if we're going to attack, I will send the zombies forward to attract the attention of.
yeah, and then I can hide.
Yeah.
and surprise stab. I
Okay.
say we choke them in the hallway, right? Like let's not.
I mean, choke point, not just.
Let's not just rush in there. Let's have them come at us like one at a time.
I hand a short bow and a what's it called? The quarrel
But-
to the skeleton because the skeleton has the attack already.
The skeleton doesn't have a short bow. But
I
you can
hand it.
give it one if you have
I
another
get-
one.
I do. I have 2.
You're just walking around with 2 short bows on you?
It's a bow. It's like a stick.
All right. I mean, whatever. It's fine, but it's just funny because you're
Yes,
walking around.
I took it. I took it from the goblin market.
Okay, so you give the short bow to the skeleton. Yeah.
Yeah, like crossed over, like
Yeah.
bandolier, except it's the
Actually,
whole
you take the string part off, and it's just a stick.
Yeah, but carrying sticks around is difficult. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's fine. It's
And
abstract.
it has
Look at the
7
bag upgrades.
million weapons. It's
Uh,
actually not hard.
Right, but all of 8 stuff is in a magic bag. It
okay,
doesn't
but a
matter.
short bow
I'm
is short.
magnetic.
When they say short bow, it's still like they're still like 5 or 6 feet tall. Like a long bow is very, very tall. Short bows are like.
What if we try and pull like a
Doesn't
video
matter,
game
though.
trick where we like make a noise and one of them comes out to investigate? When you
Yeah.
We're gonna whistle.
That would-
Yeah,
Yeah.
walk up until you're right over here, and then tunk tunk tunk. Yeah, knock on the wall, and they're gonna be all like, and then they're gonna come look for you.
I mean, Jill might be able to get away with doing one that way.
I just okay, we're already here and the skeleton has a bow and has a shot on this guy. Why not just shoot it?
Have him. Sneak attack.
I mean, he doesn't have
I mean, Jewel could do it. She could sneak
Yeah,
attack.
we should let Jewel do something.
Yeah, Jewel, snipe him.
Okay.
Okay,
well,
so
go ahead.
Jewel will get in position, pulls
Oh.
out her short bow, like stone snipe.
I will move it so that my skeleton is taking an attack at the same time.
And she's like, "We're doing this."
Okay.
Okay. And
I
she will.
use my bonus action to will my skeleton
Yeah.
to shoot the same bugbear.
So you're shooting
25.
what? This bugbear?
This
Yes.
one right here.
Okay. All right.
The skeleton gets a
I guess,
21.
to be clear, Jewel will hide first.
Yeah, you're already.
that
I assume you're already hidden.
Yeah.
The skeleton also has advantage. Okay, so yeah, that's you both hit.
I'm
The
for
skeleton does
19
8
damage.
damage.
Okay, so let's see. 9 from the arrow, and then another 8 from the skeleton. Okay, and then sorry, 8. You were gonna try to throw your javelin.
I was going to throw it and non-magical javelin because I don't want to get rid of my cool magic javelin.
Okay, it's 55 feet, so you're gonna be at disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage. Yeah. I was just making
Okay,
as well.
do it.
I might as well, but I don't want to take a turn to put my shield back on. It's a pain in the
Okay.
butt. Oh, just take one off this. I don't have a normal javelin set
Okay.
up on my sheet.
That's fine. Nice, a 20.
19.
Okay, so it goes down to 19. But it's
It's
a
disadvantage,
disadvantage, so you
though.
gotta roll
Dis-
again.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I was so busy editing the thing.
Yeah.
I forgot to press the right
Oh,
thing.
and yeah, Julie, sorry, you did 19 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right.
Because it was from stuff.
19.
He's dead. He's dead no matter what. You kill him.
Okay, so I just throw
You all throw, and he's like thunk, thunk, thunk. He just gets Saint Sebastian, and he falls onto the berserker that the lady that's fighting. She turns around and she throws him like she thinks that he's gonna try to grab her or like pull her out of the ring. She throws him, and he goes flying into the wall, slumps down, and blood slides down the wall. And she turns and she looks and she sees you, and she just shouts, "Get me my axe!" And she, like, everybody starts like running for weapons. She's like, intruders, and all of this starts happening. But we see all of this moment as everybody's grabbing things. We see this. We see it from above, from a point of view that's looking down on you with sort of like a fisheye, almost like a segmented, like an insect like view. So we see this big fisheye version of the group view. And it's kind of like blurry at the edges and kind of foggy, and it's as if we're viewing from above. And as you all get ready to rush into battle, we will fade to break, and we will find out what it is that's watching you from the shadows. And we'll do roll initiative, and we'll get whatever 40 minutes of fight down and see what happens. So
like one round.
Stick around. Yeah, we got it's Xanathar. He just shows up and just blasts you. All right, stick around.
What up?